Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I hope you are all having a fantastic week, month, and year. Guys, in this live stream, we have quite a lot to talk about. We are going to be starting off by talking about Ethereum and the insane fees from Ethereum-based transactions. According to the article that we're about to read, the average cost of using Ethereum, the Ethereum fees, has increased 35,600% since January of 2020. So, hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing whether or not the massive increase in the transaction cost of Ethereum is going to hinder the development of decentralized applications and the DeFi space on the Ethereum blockchain. And then we're going to be talking about its two competitors, Cardano and Polkadot, and coming to a conclusion by the end of this video through technical and fundamental analysis as to whether or not you should be getting out of Bitcoin and getting out of Ethereum, and getting into Cardano and into Polkadot. We have a lot to talk about in today's stream, guys. Shout out to everybody who is here at the beginning. Shout out to Nino and Viknesh and Eric and Adri and Uub and New Name and Prince and everybody. I like Crypto Jet. Thank you, Stephen Bond. Had a great morning when I saw the portfolio as well. Yeah, guys, by the way, one of the first things I want to say in this stream is that we're going to talk about some serious fundamental problems on Ethereum. This is not a FUD stream. I'm not trying to get you to leave Ethereum. I'm heavily invested in Ethereum, and I do believe in the project. I think that everything is going to be just fine. Ethereum is sitting very close to its all-time high after all, but there are important points that we need to cover, things that do need to be addressed on Ethereum. We're going to be talking about all of that. Was watching Ivan on Tech. This better be good. Guys, I think this is going to be a great stream. Go ahead and drop a like if you trust me for that. Give me a 1 if you are excited. We are not going to spend too much time dilly-dallying. Just want to say hi to everybody. Hey, Jeb, love this channel from Kenya. Learning a lot. Welcome, my friend. Hello from America. What's up, everyone from Kenya? Morning, Jeb, said Kelly. How you doing? Good morning, Jeb. Got my coffee in hand and ready to roll. I'm glad you said that. I almost forgot to tell you that today's live stream is brought to you by coffee. Get yours today. We have an espresso machine in the house, and I hear somebody out there frothing milk for a latte. So good. Oh my gosh, guys. ETH will rule. They will have their small piece of the pie. Tell me what you think about the thumbnail, by the way. We spent a lot of time thinking about how we want to do the thumbnail for this video. I think it's a good one. Ivan and Jeb are my two go-to guys. Let's get to 1,000 likes, boys. I'd do it. But I came here for the dilly-dally, lol. We're going to do some dilly-dallying in the stream, don't worry. But we're mostly going to be talking about news. Guys, we are going to go ahead and jump into it here in just a couple of minutes. I want to give a few more minutes for some people to join on up because I don't like having to repeat myself. It wastes your time when I have to repeat myself. We're going to let some more people get into the stream before we get started. After we cross around 400 viewers, then we will go ahead and jump in. Shooter McGee said, what up, Jeb? What is up, my friend? Thumbnail looks great. Hello from Illinois. Big fan. Hello. Sorry for not being live yesterday, by the way, guys. I had a meeting that I had to go to, a 7-hour meeting yesterday on business planning, and I do it once a month with my peer advisory group, and yeah, so yesterday was that meeting. So that's where I was yesterday. I was fine. I know you were all worried about me. No, you weren't. None of you even asked how I was doing. None of you were even concerned about me. I am deeply, deeply hurt, deeply, deeply offended. Was about to go to bed, but couldn't ignore the notification. Hello from Tokyo. Shout out to Tokyo and our friend T-Nog. What up, Plurple Does Crypto? How you doing? That's a funny name, Plurple. A few people on Reddit changed their ETH to ADA due to high gas fees. Yes, they did. There's a lot of discussion going on over on Reddit about gas fees, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I guess it's okay, Jeb. Hi from the UK. Thank you, buddy. Hello, UK. Shout out to the UK from America, from across the pond. From across the pond. You're over there sipping your tea, and I'm over here drinking my coffee because I'm cultured. I don't know. I just think it's funny making fun of British people. I love you guys. You're our mother nation. I do it out of love, but it is funny. I was worried. Love this guy. I just smashed the thumbs up. Guys, smash that thumbs up button. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the post notification bell. And I don't know, follow us on Twitter and Instagram while you're at it. We're going to go ahead and jump on into some charting because, I'm sorry, not charting, some news, because we need to talk about Ethereum-based social media projects shutting down due to high Ethereum fees. Ether transaction fees have increased over 35,000% in the past year. You read that right, 35,000%, forcing one social media tokenization project to close down. An Ethereum-based project has been forced to cease development due to rising gas prices as the cost of transacting on the blockchain continues to push new highs. The official Twitter account for the social media token project Unite announced on February the 10th that the project was no longer in active development, adding that the original idea for the project had been rendered unfeasible by the recent gas price spike. The average cost of using Ethereum has increased 35% over the last 14 months or so. They said, we are unfortunately no longer goodness gracious, guys. I cannot talk today. Can I get some prayers in chat for Jeb's ability to speak? I can't talk. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what we were saying was, we are unfortunately no longer actively developing Unite. I got it out. I've managed. It's okay. It's all good. Gas prices mean the original idea for Unite isn't feasible, and after several months of work and many conversations, we've decided against building a social media platform on a L2. Thank you for your support. Ethereum transaction costs hit a new high of $25 on February the 5th before receding to 16.4 2 days later. So let's back up. Some of you guys have no idea what's going on here, so let me lay the foundation. What are gas prices? What are fees? Why are they increasing? What does this mean for Ethereum and development of decentralized projects? So, to understand this, you have to understand how a blockchain works and how a blockchain validates transactions. When you transact on Bitcoin, you commit something to the blockchain called an unconfirmed transaction. This is on Bitcoin and it's on Ethereum. So let's say Ethereum. When you make a transaction on Ethereum, you put your transaction into what is called the unconfirmed transaction pool. It's also sometimes referred to as the mempool. That is a pool of transactions that are waiting to be verified by a block so that it can be added into the blockchain. The issue is, and the reason fees are becoming so high, is because there's only so much capacity that the blockchain can handle. I don't remember the number off the top of my head as to how many transactions per second. It's called the ticks per second that Ethereum can handle, but it's not as much as it needs to be, and that's why the fees are so high. So what happens is, I was giving this example to one of our employees, Tim, earlier. Let's say Ethereum can handle 100,000 transactions in a day. That's how many transactions it can handle, no more. What happens if there's 300,000 transactions a day trying to be created, sitting in that unconfirmed transaction pool, waiting to be verified and added to the blockchain? Well, what happens is the miners or the stakers, whoever's validating the blocks on the particular blockchain, looks at the transactions waiting to be verified. And the thing you have to understand is that the people mining or staking, they get the fees from the transaction. That's who the fees go to. When you pay fees on Bitcoin or on Ethereum transaction, those fees go to the miners or the stakers. Those fees are how you make money mining. Miners make money by, or in this case, Bitcoin or Ethereum currently, they make Bitcoin or Ethereum by the block reward, which is the Bitcoin or Ethereum being created out of thin air, but they also make money from the fees. You don't actually have to ascribe a fee to a transaction. It'll get verified, but it'll be picked last. There's an auction-based system. If there's 300,000 transactions in the pool waiting to be verified and the blockchain can only handle 100,000, then what are the people mining going to do? They're going to pick the 100,000 transactions with the highest fees. So if the highest fee, if the top third of the transactions with the highest fees cuts off at $25, then you're going to have to pay $25 to get in that top third, because they obviously want to make as much money as they can. The miners and the stakers, they make a lot of money when they take transactions that have high fees. That's why the fees are going up so much, because Ethereum can't handle a large volume of transactions right now. That's where Ethereum 2.0 comes in. That's where moving from mining to staking is important, and that's why we need to be very cautious of this, because Ethereum is a decentralized application platform, which means that when things happen in a decentralized application, a lot of times they have to be verified by the Ethereum blockchain, and that counts as a transaction. You're talking about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You're talking about other tokens that run on top of Ethereum, ERC20 tokens and other ERC projects. All of those have to be verified on top of the Ethereum blockchain. That counts as a transaction. So when Ethereum is handling tons and tons and tons of transactions, because it is the foundation upon which other protocols are built, it has to be able to handle a large volume of transactions. Right now, Ethereum cannot handle the number of transactions it needs to allow it to scale to where the developers want it to go to. And that is the issue here, is that fees have gotten so high because of the lack of bandwidth in the amount of transactions that can be handled on the Ethereum blockchain, that there is a big problem right now. So, I pose the question to you. what do you think about your Ethereum holdings? Ethereum's sitting at all-time high right now. I hold a massive amount of Ethereum. It's about 30% of my cryptocurrency portfolio right now. I'm very bullish on it. Like I said earlier in this stream, I am not in any way trying to spread FUD about Ethereum. We've seen Ethereum 2.0 try to launch. It hasn't fully launched yet, but when it launches, it says that it's going to help assuage a lot of these issues around fees and the amount of transactions that can be confirmed on the Ethereum blockchain. But when is that going to launch? We don't know, because there has to be staking done to get that to launch. You have to have consensus in the protocol to get that update to pass, or else it would have to hard fork the chain, and then you have something like an Ethereum Classic coming out, and that's not the point of Ethereum 2.0. It's to update the blockchain that exists, not to make a secondary one. Those secondary examples of secondary blockchains examples would be Cardano and Polkadot. They're also decentralized application platforms. They are platforms and blockchains that applications like, for example, I'm streaming in an application called Streamlabs right now. I work in an application called TradingView. Those applications, they work on the internet. Decentralized applications are applications that run on a blockchain. Those blockchains have to have the bandwidth to support the transactions, if you want to call them that are going through those decentralized applications. That's why ADA and Polkadot were founded by co-founders of Ethereum, because they believe in decentralized applications. They believe that it's the foundation upon which DeFi will be built, but they also believe that they need to be able to handle more transactions than Ethereum can right now. We've had this issue in Ethereum for a very long time about Ethereum's ability to handle large volumes of transactions. We have a message, it seems. Gas bad. We have a... This is something that, you know, they talk about global warming, but in Ethereum, gas is pretty bad. We have on the back here, I don't know if you can see this, it says flip page. Let's see. Gas bad, flip page. Cardano and Polkadot. Okay, so we are going to talk about Cardano and Polkadot. But first, before we talk about Cardano and Polkadot as potential competitors to Ethereum, we are going to answer some questions in chat. Have I made myself clear on the issue with fees? Have I made myself clear on the issues with Ethereum and Ethereum needing to be able to handle more transactions? Do you need me to go back to basics? Is there anything that I missed? Did I skip over some context that you guys need? Tell me in the chat what you need to see. ADA is too much of a game changer to be fully vested in Ethereum. I love Cardano, and we're going to talk about it here in a little bit, as we found from this. We were given a message. Banks are corrupt, but fees for Bitcoin are even more corrupt. They're not corrupt. They're absolutely necessary. Without fees, there is absolutely zero reason to mine Bitcoin. Fees are not corrupt. They're extremely important. The amount of information Jeb is giving to us, wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jeb, what happened with yesterday's stream? Omar, I was out of office. I had a 7-hour-long meeting I had to go to. So I wasn't able to stream. Sorry about that, guys. Will you move a massive amount of your ETH to ADA? No. I will start investing more into ADA and Polkadot, but I'm not going to start investing tons of my Ethereum into it. I don't want to give up on my Ethereum projects. But guys, before we move on, this is one thing I want to make sure is very clear to you guys and that you understand. One of the core tenets of this channel is I try very hard to instill certain values in you guys that you can take and use to bring success to yourself and your friends and your family and your community. One of those core values is being an educated trader and investor. In the same way that people have this whole thing about be an informed voter, be an informed and educated trader and investor. You have to be an informed, educated trader and investor, or else you will get screwed. It is very important that you don't invest and buy Bitcoin just because you think it's a good idea. Just because you've heard your friends say, oh, buy Bitcoin. Just because you've heard your friends say, oh, buy and invest in Ethereum does not mean that you should do that. Ethereum and Bitcoin are bad investments if you don't understand them. So I want to encourage you guys, things like what I just said with gas fees, you need to understand that. You need to understand the space. Warren Buffett and many other very prominent investors have many times said, many times confirmed, the importance of understanding that which you are invested in. There is no point in investing in something if you don't understand it. You must first invest in your education and invest in your security. If you've ever read The Bitcoin Standard by Saifedean Amos, one of the first things it says in that book is never invest in Bitcoin until you understand how to store it securely. I would add to what he said and say never invest in Bitcoin until you understand how to store it securely and understand the fundamentals of how the market works, because an uninformed investor and trader is doomed to fail. Because if Ethereum does go down because of this issue, and you're an uninformed investor, you're not going to know to move your Ethereum to ADA or Polkadot, one of their competitors. You're not going to know to do that because you were not informed. So I encourage you guys, make a very, very, very important, be very diligent about staying informed with your investments and your trades. Anyway, guys, we are about to do some Cardano technical analysis, some ADA, some ADA, however you guys like me to pronounce that. Tell me what you think about everything we just said. If there's anything I missed, let me know, and we're going to jump in to some ADA, TA on the CJ live stream. Gonna be good. Going to be good. Oh, and by the way, Ethereum and Bitcoin are both sitting just under all-time high. Pretty big deal. I still think it's a perfectly good idea to buy Ethereum. Like I said, guys, I am not trying to spread FUD. I very much believe in the Ethereum project. I do believe that Ethereum is going to be the future of decentralized applications. However, it does have competitors, and those competitors do some things better than Ethereum does right now, since Ethereum is an older and less fundamentally developed project. Smay said, bruh, the building is screaming at me. That's hilarious. Guys, for some reason, the fire alarm goes off in our building sometime. It already quit. I don't think you could hear it on this microphone, which is why I just kept talking through it. I could hear it. It was very hard to maintain my focus, but I was able to talk through it. I don't think you guys heard it, but Smay said the building is yelling at him. That's funny. I agree. You have to understand what you're investing in. There's a ton of content out there to help you. Yes, guys, agreed. So, what we are going to do now is we are going to do some technical analysis on ADA Cardano. Let's do it. Guys, what we're going to do, we're sitting on the Ethereum chart. I just want to show you that Ethereum is sitting at all-time high. Whoop-de-ki-yay, mamacita. That's awesome. I want to go ahead and jump on over to the ADA USD chart. Now, I want to point something out. I have a little bit of TA on here. I'm going to get rid of it. I don't do technical analysis on Cardano as much as I do on Ethereum and on Bitcoin. I think that's actually very helpful for you guys, because what that means is that you're going to see my methodology of going through a clean chart, doing all the technical analysis from the ground up, and then we're going to come to conclusions on where we think ADA Cardano is going to go. So, let's jump into it. First thing I notice about this chart is it actually looks pretty similar to Bitcoin's chart. First thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to add this chart to my watch list and put it somewhere that I can grab it really quickly when I need to. Perfect. Boom sauce. If you'll notice, this chart actually looks somewhat similar to the Bitcoin chart. This is the Bitcoin chart. This is the ADA chart. Bitcoin chart, ADA chart. Notice the similarities. Notice we had the March pullback with COVID, and then we had a massive rally. Well, this massive rally is a little bit bigger than Bitcoin's rally. In fact, actually, I take that back. I think they're both about the same size. Bitcoin rallied 1,100%, and so did Cardano. If we look at this rally right here, ADA has rallied to date. I'm sorry, it rallied more than I thought it did. I mismeasured earlier when I was preparing for the stream. It's rallied 5,000% in the last 337 days. You guys may remember when ADA was sitting down here at 1.8 cents. I was trying to think of how to say that. It's 1.8 cent. We pulled it all the way back down there. Went into a huge rally, and if we look at our technicals, we can see the MACD has gone absolutely hog wild, and the RSI is sitting massively overextended around 90. This is in stark contrast to Bitcoin, which is sitting around 70 on RSI, and the same thing is true for Ethereum USD, which is sitting around 65. ADA has had a huge rally, and that shows up over here on CoinMarketCap because Cardano is sitting at number 4 above XRP. XRP is slowly losing market cap with all this SEC stuff going on. Not a good week, month, or year for XRP. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and start our technical analysis on ADA. The very first thing I have to point out, huge rally in the last 14 days or so. Let's see how big this is. 200% in 14 days. Ouch. That is very overextended. Let's go ahead and we'll do our level stuff that we normally do to start with, but I'm also going to have to point that out here in a second. I'm going to put a level sitting here at $1. I'm also going to put a level here at all-time high, which is at 95 cents, and that is going to make up what I'm going to call a rectangular level of resistance. This is a zone of resistance right here that ADA is going to have to break through if it wants to go anywhere. And then we're going to look for other levels. Remember, guys, what I like to do with technical analysis is take you through the very basics. We're going to start from nothing, and then we're going to build up all of our TA until the chart has all kinds of crazy stuff on it, and we're able to make some predictions. How's everybody doing? Before we keep going, I'm going to give you a second. Is there anything I need to cover? Anything I'm missing? How you doing? Let me know. Jeb's throwing them jabs once more. 5,000%, baby. Absolutely nuts. That's some insane overbuying. It needs to cool off now. I definitely can stand behind that statement. What's up, Jeb? What's up, Lars? Hello, I found bugged BTC exchanger. I posted video. Okay. Your mic is that good. My mic is that good. It doesn't pick up the siren going off. There was a klaxon going off for about 2 minutes earlier. Do you have a price target for Ethereum? Yes, I do. $2,894 before the end of Q1. That has been my prediction for a little over a month now. My cross is not upside down. My cross is correct. My next door neighbor's mother just bought 0.5 BTC. Is that a sign to get out, lol? Tempted to tell her about CT2A. She's 76. She's only 76, and there's years left in her. I would tell her about it. Heck yeah, man. By the way, this is a good reminder. I'm going to say this, and we're going to jump back into the technical analysis. We have started an affiliate program for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. So give me a 1 in chat if any of y'all are students of CT2A. If you are a student of CT2A, or even if you're not, if you want to make some money on the side, we do have an affiliate program for the Academy. If you shoot us an email at cryptojeb@gmail.com, we will get you started with that. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, because in the bio of both of my socials, there is a link to an application to become an affiliate of our program. And we will give you an affiliate link where we will give you 20% of the sale. If you sell CT2A, that's a $70 affiliate commission. So I would consider it. A lot of value over there. It's not hard to sell because it's a very good course. Hi, Jeb. Just discovered your great channel. I pounded that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Welcome, Corey. Look at all those ones in chat. Those are people who have gone through CT2A. Do we have minimum requirements for affiliation? No, we don't. We do have minimum affiliate requirements for if we're going to give you a lot of support and we're going to talk with you every single day. In that case, yes, we do, because that takes a lot of resources on our end. However, if you just want the affiliate link and we won't provide you with a ton of support, then you can have one. We will make you one. We'll hand out affiliate links left, right, and center. We're not going to stop you from selling the course through our affiliate link. If you sign up, we will get you started on that. Check our Twitter, check our Instagram. Both of those, the handles are at CryptoJeb, and you will get access to an affiliate link. Look at all of those ones in chat. Those people are affiliates. I'm sorry, are students of the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Ian said CT2A for the win. Evan said so underrated. Guys, CT2A is a great project. It's been around for 2.5 years. I'm talking thousands of students have gone through it, and they love every single minute of it. We have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee. Nevertheless, we were doing Cardano technical analysis, so let's jump back into it. Can someone in chat help Ethan out there, explain what CT2A is to him, because I want to get back into the technical analysis. Look at all those ones in chat. Those are people that love the course, or else they wouldn't be posting ones. So what we said earlier is we defined 2 levels of resistance that we need to look at, and because they're roughly 2 to 3% apart from each other, about 5% apart in this case, went ahead and drew a box right here. What that box represents is a zone of resistance that Cardano needs to break through. Might also be a ceiling that Cardano needs to break through. Anything else we can put on the chart? Well, again, like I said, I don't do a ton of technical analysis on Cardano, so you're actually seeing me come from a position of ignorance on the way this chart is laid out and the things I need to know. So this is actually fresh technical analysis. I'm doing this from the ground up. I see a trend line right here. Let's back extrapolate that and see if there's anything that we can do with this. Not a whole lot. This trend line, actually, I do actually quite like that trend line. This probably isn't relevant, but I'm going to see if this trend line means anything. Let's see here. Like I said, we're just doing technical analysis from scratch. I don't have this planned. I have not planned the technical analysis. I intentionally don't plan this technical analysis because I'm trying to come up with as much as I can on the fly, so you see my process of going through and doing analysis on markets. This was a previous all-time high at 40 cents. I'm going to set that right there. Doesn't look like there's actually a ton that we need to look at on levels of support and resistance. I might also consider drawing one right there. I'm going to leave that out, actually. So, yeah, these are the lines that come to mind when I'm looking at Cardano. I'm on the log chart. Is there anything on the... No, not really. Log chart's probably where we want to do our charting. I'm going to look and see... That is not what I meant to do. I'm going to look and see if this trend line right here means anything to me. I'm going to draw this. I don't think that's going to be very relevant, but it is, in fact, a trend line. So these are our trend lines that I've found. Here's some resistance that I found. Support at 40 cents. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that's not going to be relevant. That's not going to be relevant. That might be relevant. These might be relevant. So I got rid of 2 of these. What we did here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and back up and show you what I did here. What I just did is I took a blank chart and I showed you my technical analysis. I just threw a bunch of stuff on chart. Well, the reason that we do that is because we want to get out of that blank chart syndrome. We don't want to just be staring at the chart thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do now? I don't know what I should do to build this chart out the way that I want it to. So we're just going to start throwing stuff on screen and seeing what sticks. Half of it you're going to delete pretty much right away. So yeah, there you go. That's what we did. We threw some things on chart. We threw some lines on chart, and some of them weren't useful. Some of them very well may be useful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at MACD and RSI. This is the list I go through. Whenever you guys are doing technical analysis, it's a process, step by step by step by step by step. What's your step by step? My step by step. Put trend lines and flat levels of resistance, look for zones of support and resistance, put all of those drawings on the chart. Then what I like to do is I like to look at RSI and MACD because they are two of the most commonly used technical indicators in technical analysis. And because they're commonly used, a lot of people are looking at them. And because a lot of people are looking at them, a lot of people are trading by them. And because a lot of people are trading by them, they are very powerful. Rewind that if you didn't catch that, because that's a very crucial concept. It's one that we teach in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy also. It is called Mass Psychology, and we have a video on it over there. Anyway, what I want to point out on RSI is what I talked about earlier. RSI on Cardano is sitting at 91. Let's look back on the history of ADA. One of the things I like to do when I see massive overextension is I'd like to look at the history of it. This level is higher than Cardano has ever gone in the last 2 years on its RSI. This is extremely indicative to me that we're overextended and we're about to correct. I am extremely confident, let me say this very clearly, I am extremely confident that a correction is about to happen of some magnitude because of what I see on RSI. I don't know why I deleted that. That's going to need to stay up there. That being said, I have been surprised before. That being said, fundamentals do override technical analysis sometimes, and Cardano could theoretically move higher. But those things being said, I would be very surprised. In my experience as a trader, when I see RSI hitting 90, you can more or less guarantee a correction. For example, look at these highs over here. What did we do when we hit these highs? In only one instance did we stay up here for any period of time. That was this one right here. Right? Oops, right here. This is the only time we stayed overextended for any period of time. What happened when we went into these? Rally, boom, crashed. Rally, boom, crashed. Rally, down, up, down, up, down. These are stalagmites, guys. They rally and then they boom, fall off a cliff. Why would we expect anything different over here? Of course, we're in a bull market. Of course, the fundamentals are developing. I get that. I understand that. I love Cardano. I think it's a great project. I think it's going to go far. Made my peace with that. That being said, RSI does not lie to you. We also want to look at MACD. MACD is sitting much higher than it ever has. We're sitting up here at 0.135 on the MACD line, and the signal line's a little bit lower, down around 0.08. The histogram is a lot higher than it's ever been. This is stupidly bullish to the point where it's overextended. I would not be buying into Cardano for a trade right now. If you want to invest in it, by all means, do whatever you want, but I would be very hesitant to do that. And by the way, the log chart can deceive you sometimes, so let's go ahead and go back to the auto chart. If you don't know, look at my mouse right down here on TradingView. Log, auto, log, auto, log, auto, linear, or excuse me, logarithm, linear chart. Logarithm, linear chart. Your charting's different on both of those charts. I use the log chart because more people use the log chart and because it's easier to look at. You have to look at both of them because people are looking and trading by both of them. Nevertheless, what my point is, if you look at the log chart and ignore all these lines because now they're all wrong, or the trend lines are anyway, Ethereum, Cardano has rallied a stupid amount recently. Got to be careful of that. So, since we've looked at RSI and MACD, let's look back at our chart and take what we just learned. Remember, we have all these technicals floating around in our head. We're slowly going to put them all onto paper and use them to make a concise point. Cardano has a massive rally that it's just gone into. We also have a ceiling of resistance sitting at 95 cents to $1. $1 is a mass psychological level of resistance. That's why we put it there. 95 cents is our current all-time high. RSI, massively overextended, sitting at 90. MACD is higher than it's ever been by far and away, not even close. I am calling for a correction on Cardano with about 80% certainty. If some news breaks, I can't predict that. That's not part of the prediction. But I am pretty sure at this point that Cardano is going to correct. By the way, another reason why I think that is because TD Sequential, boom. TD Sequential sitting at a 9 flash on RSI. We've rallied 5 days post that. We can be pretty confident based on technical analysis that Cardano is going to correct here. Where will it correct? Well, that's why we did our charting earlier on, because we can see boom, there's a level of support. Boom, there's a level of support. Boom, there's a level of support. Another thing we want to look at, EMAs. Where's our 20 exponential moving average? Oh, it's sitting at 56 cents. Maybe we pull back there. Not convinced that we're going to pull that far back because even though it doesn't look like it, that'd be a 40% correction. I could see 10 to 20%, maybe 30% coming to Cardano, though. Let's also look at volume. How's volume doing? Oh, good. Volume is great. That means we're in a strong rally. That means that when we correct, Probably won't be the beginning of a massive correction. Probably won't be the beginning of a massive bull market on Cardano, but it does mean that a correction can happen and that the market can stay bullish. Let's also look at our 4 MAs and see how those look. All of these are very low. The highest simple moving average is sitting at 35 cents. Definitely indicative that the market's overextended. Let's look at VPVR. There's no support up here at all, so we're not going to be able to use zones of support. We're going to need to find trend lines of support. Same thing with Bollinger Bands. Stupidly overextended on Bollinger Bands. Now, I want to back up because the reason that we're doing technical analysis on Cardano is because we're asking the question. We talked, by the way, for people who just joined, we talked about earlier Ethereum fees, where they come from, why they're so high, and what we can do about them. In this section, this segment of the video, I'm showing you technical analysis on Cardano so that you can look into if Cardano is somewhere that you might want to invest into. I want to make myself extremely crystal clear here because every time I say something like this, somebody misunderstands what I say. I want to be so crystal clear, so please listen closely. I am not saying that I don't like the Cardano project. I am not attacking Cardano. In fact, I think of Cardano as a very bullish project. I think of a project that's going to be around for a long time. I think of a project that was founded by one of the co-founders of Ethereum. I think about a project that has the right heart, that has the right foundation. I think of a good project that is worthy of investment. However, on the technicals, in the short term, Cardano is extremely overextended. If you are looking to trade this market, now is categorically a bad time to enter a long trade. I want to be very clear on this. Statistics and probabilities are very important in technical analysis. When I say that, I do not have a crystal ball. I will never and have never told you with 100% certainty this is what the market's going to do. But what I can tell you is that Cardano is statistically a very bad long trade to make right now, and actually a very good shorting opportunity at the moment because it is more overextended than it's literally ever been in its entire existence. It is going to correct with about an 80% certainty. Again, we do not have a foundation of certainty that we can stand on when we're predicting the future because last I checked, I do not have a DeLorean with an almanac from 2015, which is history anyway. By the way, how weird is that? That Doc Brown and Marty McFly went to the future, and the future that they went to is now the past. Crazy. It's nuts. Anyway, like I said, I am a fan of Cardano. I think it's a great project. I think it's going to go far. I am not bashing Cardano. However, if you're looking to invest in it, you might get a better investment here in a couple of weeks when it more than likely will correct. You guys are constantly wanting my technical analysis on Cardano. There is my analysis. Someone said buy the dip. More power to you. If it dips, buy it if you want to. It's not financial advice, just my opinion. I do think it's a good project. I do indeed think it's a good project. Texas in the house. Shout out to Texas, the state where everything's a little bit bigger. How's your 5-gallon hat doing, my friend? Do you think now is a good time to do an Ethereum long trade? Not really. And we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's stream. We're going to talk about Polkadot for the rest of this stream, though. Give me a 1 in chat if you were looking and you were interested in some Polkadot technical analysis. Because, by the way, Polkadot hit our price target. We had a price target, I think it was of 20... I think our price target on Polkadot was 23.5 cents. I forget exactly what it was. It's at 25 cents now. It hit our price target. Jed, all cats love you. We have an employee on staff who, whenever you say something to her, she just will say, meow. It's pretty funny. So like I said, guys, we're going to go for a couple more minutes here, and then we're going to jump into some Polkadot technical analysis. I know you guys are really excited about it. Give a shout out to Smay. Everybody, drop a heart in chat for Smay. He's a researcher, and he's also moderating this chat. He's also the one that brought me this sheet of paper that said Cardano and Polkadot a little while ago. So give a heart in chat for our lovely, lovely Smay, who is in charge of moderating and researching for these streams. Thank you very much to Smay for producing the different research reports that we use in these videos and streams. Thank you very much to him. Guys, we are going to answer a couple of questions here, and then we are going to move on to Polkadot. Hello from Nashville, Music City. Shout out to Nashville. Deeb, I was born in Gatlinburg. I was born not far from Nashville. Good deal, guys. Going to give it another 60 seconds or so, and we're going to jump straight on into DOT. ADA and DOT have less issues with transaction fees for the person that asked earlier because they part of the reason they exist is they recognize the issue of high transaction fees. Spencer said, I'm loving CT2A. I've learned so much. Guys, CT2A is the academy that we use 5-gallon hat isn't a thing, it's a 10-gallon hat. This is what we were told. This was a report that we just had come in. Apparently 5-gallon hats don't exist. I was wrong. How do you fit 10 gallons on your head? You know, if you were to fill up 10 gallons, like 10-gallon milk jugs, that'd be like 80 pounds. 10-gallon hat. I gotta look that up. Dang, that's crazy. Okay. By the way, thank you so much to our team who keeps bringing me these little these little papers. Shout out from Switzerland. Shout out to Switzerland, my friend. Shout out to everyone here. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. It's totally freaking free. Hit the like button. Ain't gonna hurt you at all. Smay has said that if we get to 1,000 likes, he will dress up as a tree and come on stream. So hit that like button. I want to see that. It'd be pretty funny, but he's not going to do it if you don't hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's totally free. And also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 75K subs in the next couple of weeks. I'd love your help for that. That is also free, by the way. You know what else is free? Hitting the notification bell. Do that also, and it will be good. Hi, Jeb. Sorry if I missed it, although I agree that ADA will adjust, but I think the price target high-low next week is over $1, I think. I think it will go over $1, yes, but I do think it needs to correct first. Alex just said, just finished CT2A yesterday. Feel so confident in my TA. Can't wait to go through it again. Jake says, nice cut, Jen. Jeb, when I watch CT2A, there's a different haircut. There is a different haircut in there. Shadrack said, I'm 72% complete on CT2A and planning on going through it again. Gosh, people are loving the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. I love to hear that. Capone Law said, great show. Thank you very much. We are going to jump straight on to some Polkadot over US dollar technical analysis. I'm getting the chart up right now, and we're going to jump onto it. Guys, give me a 1 in chat if you're excited, and let's get started. First thing I want to do is actually not look at the chart of Polkadot. I want to look at CoinMarketCap. Reason being, I want to show you Cardano and Polkadot. Cardano is a $29 billion project at this point, guys. Polkadot is a $22 billion project. One thing I want to point out is just how many billion-dollar projects there are in the cryptocurrency market. Currently, there's $57 billion projects in crypto. Revain is the lowest cap billion-dollar project, sitting at $1.032 million in market capitalization. Polkadot and Cardano are both $20 to $30 billion projects. Bitcoin is almost $1 trillion ecosystem in its own right, and Ethereum's worth $200 billion. When I got into cryptocurrency, the entire cryptocurrency market was worth less than what Ethereum is worth today. Insane amounts of growth. Cardano, Polkadot, ETH together make up nearly $300 billion of capitalization. That is remarkable. So, let's look at DOT. The first thing I'm going to do here on DOT, to pat myself on the back a little bit, is I'm going to put our previous price target for Polkadot. We hit our price target of $23.50 right here a few days ago, and I'm pretty happy about that. Shout out to Smay for helping me develop that prediction. And I also want to put a level at our current all-time high, which is $25.76. Now, remember what we did earlier. We want to look at this chart and see if anything jumps out at us. One thing that jumps out at me is this level right here. We have it as a previous resistance level. We hit this level right here, and then we came down and bounced and tested it as support. Now, next thing's next. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line right here and see if that means anything. Probably not. That's close enough to flat that we're just going to call that a flat horizontal level. Here's a level of support. Remember, guys, I use red for resistance, blue for support, so I'm going to go ahead and change these. I think it's really important to have a standard notation in your charting so that it's easier for you to understand everything you're doing, because now that this is blue, I can see it a little bit better, and I can see what this means. Red is resistance, blue is support. On my chart, anyway. That's just the way I do it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do it that way. What I see here is I see 3 levels of support. I'm actually going to get rid of this because that's just a price prediction. These are 2 major levels of support, and I also see that there is a level down here. So there's quite a bit of support on Polkadot, and this is the first observation I have about Polkadot, but besides Cardano, is that Polkadot has actually had what seems to be a more sustainable rally than Cardano has. It's rallied a lot slower. Cardano is up 5,000% in the last 360 days. Polkadot is only, comparatively, up 460% in 62 days. That sounds like a lot, and believe me, it is, but compared to what Cardano has done, it's actually not that much. The fact that Polkadot is rallying a little bit slower than Cardano, I am happy about. I like that because it means that Cardano is more overextended, Polkadot is less overextended. So, let's look now at RSI and MACD. Boom, look at Polkadot. Only sitting at 75 on RSI. That's overextended, but it's kind of in that range between 70 and 80 where it's like, yeah, I'm overextended, but I'm actually only a little bit overextended, and that speaks to the bullishness of the market. Similar thing with MACD right now. We see that MACD is sitting pretty well up here around 2. We're not seeing massive all-time high figures going on MACD. We saw that happen earlier on in January. So we're doing well on MACD. We're bouncing. We're bullish. All's well on there. point I'm making here is that Polkadot has more support and less overextension than Cardano does at the moment. So let's look at some other fundamentals. Or excuse me, let's look at some other technicals. TD sequential. TD sequential's fine. We're not overextended. Perfect. Let's look at volume. Volume's actually kind of low, but it's consistent. So I'm okay with that. That's not a problem. Let's look at 4MAs. Well, the moving averages are actually all jacked up on this chart, so we're going to skip those. I don't think they had anything important to show us anyway. And what I really want to show you here is I want to show you the VPVR. We built strong VPVR support here between $15 and $19. You can see the blip right here on VPVR. That's great. I'm happy about that. That's kind of what I've been talking about wanting to build on Bitcoin is strong VPVR support so that we have somewhere we can pull back to and come down to safely in the future. The fact that we have VPVR support there is a good sign. On Polkadot, Bollinger Bands, yeah, we're outside of the Bollinger Bands. We're overextended a little bit, but not as much as we could be. We're probably going to reject here at $25 for a little bit, come back in, consolidate inside the Bollinger Band, so that's okay. 20 exponential moving average. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. This market is perfectly riding this 20 EMA, pulling back down to it, correcting, resetting. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I like to see on a chart, guys. I've talked about so many times when a market is in a rally, you want to see it come down and test the 20 EMA. You want to see it come down and reset. I am absolutely in love with Polkadot's technicals right now. Polkadot is very clearly in a uptrend. It's very clearly in a rally, but it doesn't seem like it's as overextended as Cardano was. Cardano is just moonshotting. It's going crazy, and that's hard to sustain. But Polkadot, on the other hand, is doing very well. I'm very happy about that. So that's my take on Polkadot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to answer these 3 donations that went through. Smay donated $5 twice. He said, like the stream, boys. And then he said, like the stream and send it to the moon. Thank you for the $10 donation, Smay. And also, Kelly donated $5 Canadian. Thank you guys so much for the donations. So, guys, all of that brings us to our final point. What we've talked about in this stream, we've talked about Ethereum. We've talked about the issues with fees and gas prices on Ethereum. Then we did some talking with you guys. We talked about Cardano, and we talked about whether or not Cardano was overextended. We did some technical analysis from the ground up on it and came to a conclusion that while Cardano is a great project and we believe in it long term, it is massively overextended and difficult to find a reason to buy into right now. Probably a better idea to wait for a pullback, but on Polkadot is also very bullish, but it is having a more sustained rally than Cardano is. So those are the conclusions we've come to in this stream. I encourage you, if you would like to see my elaborated take on any of those things, scroll back in the stream. This stream will go up as a VOD, which stands for video on demand, on the YouTube channel when we are done. We're also planning on starting to cut up these live streams into different live stream segments and upload them as videos. Give me a 7 in chat if you were excited for that. Deeb donated $10 and said, if you ever visit Nashville, I'm inviting you to the best restaurant in town. It's called the House of Kebab Persian Food. Let me know, brother. Thanks for your help. I now have 12 Ethereum and some links. Shout out to you for your 12 Ethereum and link, my friend. And thank you for the $10 donation. Whomever in Nashville, I'll hit you up. Guys, I love Nashville. I was flying into Nashville a couple years ago. I was coming back from Colorado. I was flying into Nashville because I have family in Northwest Alabama. And the closest airport was Nashville. So I flew in, and we had to do like the plane had to like fly all the way around the city. So I got like an aerial tour of Nashville. Of course, I've been to Nashville several times before. I've even been to that airport before that happened. But it was really cool because I got an aerial tour around that. Thank you for all the 7s, guys. We're going to start doing that pretty soon here, probably in the next couple of weeks. So be looking out for those live stream segments. It'll help a lot because I know a lot of you guys don't want to go back and watch all of these streams over and over and over again. And the whole way through, so we're going to start breaking them up. Yes, the fundamentals are good for Cardano, which is why it will keep going. CT2A is fill in the blank. That equates to top notch if you live in the UK. Well, thank you very much. Will you stream at the same time? Philip, we are trying to standardize these coffee and crypto streams to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every single morning. We started a little bit late today because we had to fix our camera. It got messed up a little bit, but we are trying to stream at 9:30 Eastern time every single day. So in case you're wondering what that equates to, that is an hour and 9 minutes ago. Right now, every day is when we're going to start streaming from here on out, 5 days a week, with a few exceptions, as in yesterday was an exception. Bolivito is here. How you doing, Bolvito? I said Bolivito. How you doing, Bolvito? Good to see you, my friend. You're in almost every single chat, guys. Good deal, guys. We're going to go for another 5 minutes here. I just want to let y'all know we're pretty much done with content in this live stream. We've talked about a lot. I just told you what we've talked about. We've talked about Ethereum. We talked about the insanely high fees on gas. the insanely high gas fees on Ethereum and how that caused a social media project to shut down. We talked about where fees come from, why fees are important, and why they are necessary, but why they are an issue for mass adoption of Ethereum. And then we looked at two competitors to Ethereum, Cardano and Polkadot, and did some technical analysis on those. And now I want to tell you, is Ethereum a bad investment? Should you lose and sell your Ethereum for Cardano and Polkadot? I wouldn't say so. I'm not a financial advisor before I say any of this. This is simply opinion, but I think Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum are all very good projects. And this is the final point I'm making this video, and we'll answer some questions, and then we'll wrap it out. I think they're all great projects. Give me a 1 in chat if you build PCs. The computer I have at home was actually built with the very first money I ever made from this YouTube channel. I reinvested in this channel so that I wouldn't have videos uploading at 10 FPS. If you watch the first 280 videos on this channel, they're at 10 frames a second because I was recording on a computer that we bought in 2008 that sucked for its time, a compact Presario, $200 computer when we bought it. That's how we started this channel, was on that computer because we just didn't have anything else. I didn't have a lot of money to go around. In computer building, there are multiple different hardware manufacturers. For CPUs, for example, central processing units, AMD and Intel are the two big dogs. They're the kind of duopoly. For graphics cards, you have AMD and NVIDIA. So right there, we have three companies, Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. There's three different companies making three different parts of the computer, and some of them are competing with each other. Think about video streaming. Everybody thinks YouTube's a monopoly. It most certainly is, but there are others. For example, Twitch. It's a pretty big deal, actually. Twitch is a major company. In the same way, I think we need to be careful about thinking either we invest in Ethereum, or we invest in ADA, or we invest in Polkadot. They all do something similar. They're all decentralized application protocols. They're all platforms upon which DeFi is being built. So should we just buy one? I wouldn't say so. There's not necessarily going to be one to rule them all. In the future, maybe they'll all be $500 billion market capitalizations, and they're all used for slightly different things. Intel specializes in, for example, this is a good example. Intel specializes in CPUs. NVIDIA specializes in GPUs. What does AMD do? AMD does both of them. They make CPUs and GPUs. But all three of those are very big, very profitable companies in their industry. Something very similar may happen in cryptocurrency where we see Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot, all three move forward with the development of decentralized applications and the advancement of decentralized finance. I don't think that it's necessarily a great idea to just jump out of Ethereum and jump straight on into ADA and Polkadot. I think it's a more wise decision to be invested in all three, but that is simply my opinion. £5 coming out of a shot of Tim. Thank you so very much for that, my friend. Appreciate that. Putting that into the coffee pot. We should call... Oh, that's a great idea. Calling it the coffee pot. That's what we're going to call the donation bucket from now on. It's called the coffee pot. Thank you so much for donating £5 to the coffee pot. We got to have some coffee for stream. That's the only way I'm able to talk this fast for an hour straight. By the way... My coffee is amazing. By the way, we have just launched an affiliate program for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. For those of you who don't know what CT2A is, it is the academy which has 36 videos and 12 hours of high-quality content that teaches you everything from A to Z about technical analysis. We start at the very basics. We go through all the technical indicators you need, and then we wrap out with teaching you how to apply those technical indicators to your charts. Doing technical analysis is the foundation of trading, and before you trade or invest, you must understand TA, you must understand fundamentals, you must invest in your education. CT2A is the place to do that. It's linked in the description box down below. Proud of you and your team, Jeb. Your crypto journey is inspiring. Thank you so much. I am blessed from the Lord above. Thank you so much to you. Thank you so much to God. Thank you so much to our team. And thank you so very much for watching. Nice comparison. Thank you, Philip. I thought that was a good one. Smay says CT2A is great. NVIDIA for the win. Good advice. Keep eggs in different baskets. I mean, yes. That is an awesome example. Well, thank you. AMD Ryzens are way better than the new Intels. They are really good. What is the next video going up on CT2A? Spencer, we're actually playing with the idea of after we rebuild this set, the set that I'm recording right here, we're going to adjust some things, make it a little different. After we do that, I'm not promising, but I'm probably going to go through and update every video on CT2A. And also, I'm going to add several videos. I want to add a video on paper trading. I want to add a video on VPVR. I want to add a video on TD sequential. There's several things I want to add to CT2A. And also, if you guys are in CT2A, you get all those updates for free. New products coming out, those are different products. You have to pay for those. But CT2A, if you do that, you do it for free. Guardio, you can either donate with cryptocurrency. We have links for that in the description box down below. Or you can hit in chat. There's a little rectangle. It has a dollar bill sign in the middle, and you can donate there. Thank you so very much. Give me a 1 in chat if you've been enjoying the stream, guys. Give me a 1 in chat. No spamming in the chat, guys. If you spam a question, you will not have it answered, and you will be muted for the next 5 to 10 minutes. I believe before you even hear me say this, Smay is going to have done it. There we go. Got to have ground rules. I'm sorry, man. I will answer your question if I see it. I will try to. But it's not fair or respectful to everyone else to spam the chat like that. Bunch of ones in chat. Thank you so very much for the ones. What that means is that all those people hitting the 1 button are loving this stream. Now, I set you up, because how many of you guys that hit 1 have hit the like button? It's a good question, huh? I bet over half of you that hit 1 saying you like this stream have not hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything, and consider subscribing if you're new here. We post daily cryptocurrency content, and one of the last things I want to say in this stream, guys, I was in a room with 12 of the most powerful CEOs and executives in my county yesterday, because I'm in a business peer advisory group. And I am so incredibly humbled every single time I'm around someone else who is in business and running an organization like I do. We have 8 employees here, and I'm very blessed for every single one of them. It is not by my work that that's happened. It's by the Lord above who has blessed us. I want to make that very clear. If it was up to me, then we would have failed long ago. I am so incredibly humbled every time I'm around someone that I see has so much more information than I do. So I want to make sure that you guys know 2 things. Number 1, I'm a face on a camera. I'm not the be-all and end-all in technical analysis. I'm wrong from time to time. And I have to be humble enough to admit to you guys when I am wrong. And I try to do that. Whenever I'm wrong on a prediction, whenever I'm wrong on a call, whenever I'm wrong in a moral way, I try and admit it. I think it's very important to do that. And I want you guys to call me out if we're ever doing anything incorrect, because my job here is to grow this channel to help you guys learn about technical analysis, learn about cryptocurrencies, so I can help you on your journey to financial independence. That's my job. So if I'm screwing up somewhere, I want you to tell us. Be respectful. Don't be a Karen about it. But I do want to hear it, and I will try and admit that. I want to make sure you guys understand that I am attempting to be as humble as possible. It's something that I fail in many times, but it's something that I take very seriously. And number 2, I also want to thank you guys. I want to give, well, just thanks to everybody who has watched these live streams, everybody who subscribed. Guys, I remember when we were starting this YouTube channel, I was working as a cashier at a Barnes & Noble at my community college in my town, making $8.25 an hour. Perfectly respectable job. I really enjoyed it, actually. It's one of my favorite things. I remember looking at YouTube Studio. On your phone, if you're a YouTuber, there's an app that you can download called YouTube Studio. And on that app, it shows you the number of subscribers you have. And we had uploaded 4 or 5 videos at the time. And I looked at it before I went into work. I remember the jacket I was wearing. It's still hanging in my closet, actually. It was a cold winter's day. It was December, because I started the channel in November. It was December, and I was working as what they called a rushy, which means it was a temporary position, about a 60-day position to help with everybody. You know, everybody has to come in and get all their books for college before the semester starts. So I was a rushy. I was helping run the cash register, and I loved helping people find their information. It's something that helped develop this channel. I started this channel on the backdrop of being a cashier at Barnes & Noble, and I loved that job so much because I got to see the delight on people's face when they found the book that they were looking for. And when I was able to give them good customer service and make their day, it just, something about it just filled me up inside. But I was sitting outside on a concrete bench, and I was looking at YouTube Studio, and I saw that we had gone from 5 subscribers to 7 subscribers overnight. I have run 4 YouTube channels before this one. Ever since middle school, I've been running different little YouTube channels. Never once did one of those channels get over 50 subscribers. I've been trying to make it at YouTube since I was 12 years old. I'm 20 years old now. I'm 8 years into my journey on YouTube. 3 years into this channel, but I'm 8 years into my journey on YouTube. And I am humbled every single day as to how much I don't know. And I think that's something we should learn from. But I remember when we went from those 5 subscribers to 7 subscribers, that was the first time in my life I'd ever gained more than 1 subscriber in a day. And I made a commitment on that day that I would never say the word I. I would instead only say the word we. And it confused people for a long time because now when I say we, I have 7 employees. So people understand, oh, he's saying we, he means himself and his team. Yes, but it wasn't always like that. For the first 2 years that we ran this channel, I didn't have a team. It was me. First 600 videos on this channel are unedited videos. There's no edits in them. The raw video file got uploaded to YouTube because I didn't have the bandwidth to upload a rendered video file because it was a bigger file and it took 2.5 hours to upload a video. I decided when we had 5 subscribers that I would never say I because I didn't do this alone. At the time, I wasn't a Christian, so I didn't know that I truly wasn't doing it alone. I was doing it with the help of our Lord and Savior. But I always said we back then because I wasn't those 5 subscribers. I was maybe 3 of them. But those 2 extra subscribers, that wasn't me. That was not me. That was you guys who subscribed. From day one, I built this channel on a foundation of being grateful for those who have made it possible. And I remember I was 6 months into making this YouTube channel. I had about 4,000 subscribers. And I was talking about saying, we upload this video. We did this. We hit this many subscribers. We hit this many numbers. And my father asked me, Jeb, why are you saying we? It's just you. You work alone. And I said, no, Dad. I don't work alone. I work with an amazing community of people who are striving to be better than they were yesterday, and that is so cool. And because of that, I can comfortably and confidently say that I have the best job on planet Earth. So thank you very much for continuing with me on this journey. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.